Hi chaps, Simo P here from Beard, Biceps and Batchat. Today I'm bringing you some gameplay in my Waffenträger on Westfield Assault. So there's a couple of reasons why I want to show you this gameplay. There generally always is. It mostly revolves around decision making, and it's really towards the latter end of the game where I think it's worthwhile just looking at it, and more than anything just to get your guys' opinions. Could anything be done better? Have I done the right moves? Am I doing the right thing? But just be very interesting just to see your thoughts. So being a TD on this map is, I want to say difficult. It's not difficult. There's one or two places generally that I go if I'm playing a TD. If I'm on the southern spawn, it's somewhere along C1 or up here. Now what I found going along the C1 spot is generally things as they pop over the hill hit you. You're fairly static, so RT just absolutely decimates you. And your gun's pretty much only effective with stuff coming over the hill. Whereas in a position here, your gun is effective all the way down the 9-0 line, anything coming through the valley, anything on the opposite ridge line, and any really cheeky chap that decides to make a run over the bridge as well. So I found I get a lot better results using this side of a map in a TD. Now you'll notice I have the reverse into position. The reason being, with the Waffenträger you get an extra degree of gun depression. Also it presents a smaller target as it's a rear mounted gun. Plus if you end up in a special situation, you should be able to get yourself out of that situation fairly quickly. So we've got two scouts approaching at the minute. We've got the good game going up from GS SWAT on the left hand side. Not enough of our tanks I think have gone to the hill to help him out. I agree with him throwing that up. He goes on a little rant in the middle of the game after he dies, and he's probably right to do so. So I understand his frustrations. So I put a shot into the KV3. We're getting a lot of track damage because someone set him on fire. We look to put a shot into the MX-12T. I really want to take this guy out. I'm lucky to set him on fire. He's a big threat to me. The reason being, he's going to spot me. The guys that are hiding behind him are just going to throw shots into me. So I kill him, take my shot, wait for the spot to drop off, and look to reposition. With this tank, once you're spotted, you really got to go. You can't hang around. So we spot the M46 pattern. Now I am quite keen to put some damage into him. The reason being his view range is really good. I think it's 410 or is it 420 meters. So he can outspot me if I don't have my binos up. We put a shot into the AT-15. Again, they both drop off render age. The spots drop, so I don't get to finish either of them off. Red team's managed to push nicely over the hill. I say nicely, not for our team. For the red team, it's going really well for them. They've dominated the hill. I suppose what we need to do here is look to hold this right hand flank as the red team pushes over the hill on BC23. From this position I can get shots as they start cresting over. So I'm in a good position. I don't really need to do anything or be too aggressive. I've got plenty of options that I can shoot at to keep my gun effective and active. The only thing I've noticed is, realistically, I should reposition my tank just a little bit. I've taken a couple of shots from this position. If someone is watching where these shots are coming from, they're going to know where I am. There's G-SWAT, as I said. He knows what's happening. Also, I've not got the rear facing the front on. I'm facing forward, which means I'm losing a degree of gun depression. So that's something I could do better, and this is definitely a little bit of a mistake. We get a shot into the pattern again, get another shot into the AT-15. I think we got quite lucky there. It didn't look a very likely chance to pen. So we've got those both down to 1 hit. The only problem is, at this point, the entire left-hand flank has just totally collapsed. Obviously they're outnumbered, enough tanks didn't go there. So, you know, it's not unlikely for that to happen. We get a shot into the Pershing, we set him on fire. So I know in front of me I have at least 4 tanks, the Tiger P, the Patton, the AT-15 and the Pershing, that I've all hit, all got down to a 1 shot. But as a whole, they're still quite hard to deal with. So then we have the cap go off at our base. I I don't particularly want to rush down there like an absolute maniac. We've got a medium that should go down there to light him up, just so we can start putting shots. We really don't want to give up this position we're in. We've got good fields of fire. We could potentially hold them off. We've got our arty going on a shotgun run for their arty. So everyone's having a bit of a magical moment at the minute. So we spot the IS-3. Son manages to get a tracking shot, takes him out. We managed to get the spotted for that. The T10 is pretty much on full health, sitting very happily, just capping away. We managed to reset the cap. The guys are just hammering him. Now it's at this point I decide, after trying for a shot, that he's on so low health. Do I need to do anything here, or should I reposition and start worrying about the Pershing, Pattern, AT-15 and Tiger P that behind us? So I decide to do that, and then I spot this cheeky little M103. So I don't shoot yet. I'm actually waiting for my camo net to go up before I shoot, even though he's 409 meters away. If I shoot and he spots me, if there's anything else up there with him, which there should be, possibly the Oni, they're absolutely going to decimate me. So I put 2 shots into the M103. Again, one of the biggest, there's the only things I'm finding that's going to be problematic later game is they've got a lot of guns left. I'm doing a lot of damage, but I'm not actually taking tanks out of the game. So my damage is going to be good, but we could potentially still lose the game. Now, potentially I've passed up on opportunities to take out tanks that I should have taken. This Tiger 1 really needs to steal that T10. But let me know what you think, how that affects the result. Should I have been focus firing more on a couple of tanks and taking them out rather than doing damage at every opportunity? It'd be interesting to hear your thoughts on it, guys. So we're fairly safe here. The Tiger P's been spotted. Now, I've been spotted here. I was going to push over to put the shot on him, but I realised the M103s could have a bead on me. The Oni's definitely going to have a bead on me. The arty is. So I need to pull back, drop the spot. So I'm just playing around with view range at the moment. I'm just waiting for my binos to go up, just to spot the tanks, see where they are. But again, this isn't time I have. Behind me we've got the Tiger P, the Pattern and everything else. So I've got to be really, really cautious what I do here. I'm getting spotted, so that tells me the Oni set himself up nicely. And I'm probably getting proxy spotted by something else as well. So it's really getting to the nitty-gritty bit of the game where positioning really means a lot. Even though we're 1 or 2 tanks down, I still don't think we are that far. Me and the other TD are still in really good positions. We're possibly a little bit close. So I switched to premium, put the first shot into the Oni, take out just over half his health. And we're just waiting to get the second shot into him. Lining it up, there we go, bang. Low roll maybe, potentially we should have taken him out. The Oni shoots me back, takes my commander out of action. It's at this point I know the Pattern's behind me, the Tiger P's pushing, the Oni's aiming at me, so I decide to take a gun out, take out the Tiger P, turn back round, see if I can deal with that Pattern, or at least deal with the Onis. So this has got me in a bit of trouble. I've got tanks on 2 sides of me without them being spotted. The TD at our base of Tortoise can't really do much to help me at this moment. Potentially can keep this Pattern in check, but then he's got a tank in front of him he needs to deal with. We've got the AT-15 popping up, that's the Oni popping up again. No, T-30, sorry, that's just popped up. So T-28 even. So he's throwing shots into me. It's at this point there's just too many guns onto me. Potentially I should have pushed down into the valley, pushed right through and then up behind the Pattern to be a bit more effective. And then I just look to do as much damage as I can. Finally, he takes the T-28 takes me out, but then I destroy the Oni. Although it says 2 kills, at the end you'll see the 3rd kill. So the Tortoise does his best in this situation, but ultimately, he dies. But I'd be very interested in that final part of the game, guys. What you think I could have done differently? Would it have had an effect on the outcome of the game? I'd be really, really interested to hear your thoughts on how you would have played that differently, or did I play it to the best that it could be played? Again, let me know in the comments section below. It'll be really interesting to hear. Well, unfortunately for the Tortoise, there he goes, the M103, just too many enemies. If that didn't get him, the arty was going to pop him. So we in fact did lose at the final hurdle with 50 odd seconds left to go. Should I have tried to run out the clock maybe? So we've ended up with 7,300 physical damage, 900 assisted damage. We've got the high caliber first class. We're going through our marks of excellence. There's the third destroy. Told you I got the Oni. If you're liking the content, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. Catch you next time.